So how do you become a high value man? Just a few years ago, I hit the lowest point in my life. I was broke, miserable, depressed, anxious. I hated my life. And one day I got sick and tired of my current situation. I've always been a very ambitious guy. So deep down I felt horrible because I knew I wasn't tapping into my full potential. And that was when I made the decision I was going to do one thing that scared me every single day. And after months, years of hard work, of perseverance, of doing the things I was so afraid to do, this is the sort of life I've been able to build for myself. The kind of life I could only dream of back then. So trust me, I know what it's like to hit rock bottom, and that is exactly why my goal with this video is to share with you a comprehensive guide to show you how you too can become a high value man. The first step is to build discipline. Discipline is the practice of doing the things that you need to do regardless of how you feel. I mean, I'll be honest with you, sometimes I sit down at my desk, the last thing I want to do is some deep work, yet I do it. Sometimes when I wake up in the morning at 6 AM, I don't feel like going to the gym, I don't feel like sweating, like completing an intense workout session, yet I push myself. I force myself to go to the gym and to do it, because after I'm done, I feel amazing, I feel proud of myself, and I feel energized. Now I'm ready to crush the day. And what kind of progress would I make if I just stayed in bed instead? I know my goals are not going to come true by themselves, and the same is true with yours. No one will give you what you want. In this world, you've got to go and earn and fight for what you want, because if you don't, a hungry competitor is gonna be willing to do what it takes. He'll take the success and the accomplishments that could have been yours. The more ambitious you are, the more discipline you'll need in your life. One day I sat down to think, and I realized that wanting the best things in life, wanting to be truly free, to experience the best that life has to offer, it didn't make me special. Everyone wants to be rich, everyone wants to look better, to feel better, to have better relationships, to be in love. Yet, how many people actually achieve those things? Wanting these things does not make you special. What does, however, it's going after what you want day after day and never giving up. Do you want to know the number one cause for failure in life in literally anything? Quitting. It's not because of a lack of intelligence, and it's not because of a lack of skills, or it's not because people don't have enough time. In reality, when people say that they don't have enough time, it's because they don't know how to prioritize their time. Their time management skills are very poor. I mean, billionaires are extremely busy, and yes, they've got other people working for them, but somehow they find a way to fit what they need in their schedule. If you really want to get in shape, you really want to go to the gym, you'll get up an hour earlier and you'll go to the gym. If you really want to build a business, you'll work on it before or after work, and even on the weekends. I mean, at the end of the day, you can't expect to want the best without having to put out an extraordinary effort. One day I read the following quote and it changed my life. Weak efforts will lead to weak results, and extraordinary efforts will lead to extraordinary results. So you've got to be willing to choose which side do you want to be on, because you need to realize one thing: no matter what you choose to do, you'll need to face pain. You'll suffer. If you're out of shape, you're overweight, maybe even obese, you suffer. It's painful. You look at yourself, you hate the way you look, you're always tired, you always feel lethargic, you can't find any dates, people look at you, they don't respect you, some people they treat you poorly because of it, so you're suffering. It's hard. But to be fit, to look the way that you want to look, you need to exercise maybe every single day. You need to pay attention to what you eat. You need to sleep properly. Now you can't spend all night playing video games, watching Netflix. You need to have a proper sleep routine. You'll need to give up some of the foods that you love. And when you work out, it's hard, it's difficult, it's painful. So the thing that you need to focus on is not avoiding the pain at all cost, because that is foolish. The thing that you need to focus on is asking yourself the following question: what pain am I willing to suffer for? So since you're gonna suffer anyway, at least choose to suffer for something that is going to give you the kind of outcome that you want. And you've got to understand that discipline is the truest form of self-love. Self-love, contrary to what we see in movies, it's not sitting on the couch with a tub of ice cream watching Netflix the whole night. That is self-hatred, that is self-pity, and that is never going to lead you to achieving your goals or to doing anything great in your life. But self-discipline, doing the work even when you don't feel like doing it, it is freedom, because only from doing the work will you obtain the sort of life that you've always dreamed of. It's the discipline to go to the gym every day that will build you the physique of your dreams. It's the discipline of sitting down at your desk every morning, doing the boring deep work even when you really don't want to do it, that will build you the business of your dreams and allow you to buy anything you want, to travel whenever you want without having to sweat over the price tag. And that, trust me, it is priceless. I've been in a car worth $10,000 and I've been in a car worth over $300,000, and I can tell you the difference is night and day. I have slept in a basement infected with rats, and I've also slept in 4-star hotels. In fact, in some of the best buildings in Europe. So the people who say money doesn't make happiness, trust me, they don't know what the heck they're talking about. They're just coping. Now, I'm not saying that all of your problems will disappear when you make more money, but it will absolutely improve the quality of your life. We'll come back to that in just a second. Step number 2 to become a high value man is to improve your emotional intelligence. You always want to follow the golden rule, which is to treat other people the way you would want them to treat you. You can't demand respect out of other people if you don't respect them yourself. And somebody who treats others poorly, it's not the kind of person that people want to be around. People respect the CEO, the man who's achieved everything, who treats the janitor with the same same respect he treats the president. That is the kind of leader people are looking for, because everyone is on a different mission. Not everyone is meant to become a multimillionaire, and not everyone is meant to be an entrepreneur, to be a president, to be a CEO. Some people are meant to be janitors, some people are meant to be nurses, yet we need to respect everyone. But you've got to be willing to accept the fact that not everyone is going to like you. You don't want to make the mistake of trying to be a people pleaser, because people pleasers are the most unhappy people in the world, trust me, because they're essentially trying to achieve a goal which cannot be achieved. You will never be able to please everyone, because as long as there will be human beings, people will disagree, people will have different opinions. So you don't want to focus on pleasing everyone, but the more people who appreciate you, who see you as a positive leadership figure, the more people that will help you on your journey to success. And you've got to understand that a high value man is in contact with all of society at all times. Visualize a high value man right now. Do you imagine him to be confident, to be able to speak to anyone? Or do you imagine him to be shy, awkward in social situations? I think the answer is pretty obvious. And that is exactly why it is key that you learn to develop your emotional intelligence, because human beings are more emotional creatures than they're willing to admit. I mean, in marketing, there's a saying that goes, people buy with their emotions and then they justify their actions with logic. Moving on to step 3, which is taking care of your physical appearance. You're not gonna see a sloppy, unclean, high-value man. Now, I'm not saying that you have to spend a lot of money on clothes, wear suits, dress all fancy necessarily, but it's about finding the style that works best for you and rocking it. Now, if you truly want to become a high-value man, you need to take serious care of your health and fitness. Being physically fit will not only be better for your health, you'll be fitter, you won't be out of breath. As a high-value man, your physical fitness is essential. Exercising will not only make you look better, you'll feel more confident, but you'll also be more resilient. When you exercise, it's painful, but you do it anyway, so it's going to teach you to persevere even when you're facing pain. And that is a key trait you need to develop, the ability to push past the pain, to push beyond what you think are your limits if you truly want to achieve more than 99% of people ever will. Now, step number 4, you need to start making more money. I mean, like we've talked about, money buys you access to the best things in this world. Not only does it give you security, peace of mind, comfort, but it also allows you to provide for the people that you love. No matter what, you know you'll be there for them. If they have a financial trouble, if they need an expensive life-saving surgery, you can get it for them. Now, I'll be completely honest with you. A lot of these finance guys on YouTube and on social media, they have no clue what the heck they're talking about. They're telling you to invest in your 401k, to save all of your money, but that is never going to make anyone rich. You're never going to obtain a better quality of life by saving more money. You need to find a way to earn more money. Now, when I say this, I don't mean that you should spend carelessly and never care about saving any money. That is not what I preach at all. In fact, the truth is that when you're just starting out, most likely you don't really have that much money anyway. And so the first actionable step that you can take to bettering your life and improving your finances is indeed to save money. But you don't want to save money just for the sake of saving money or hoping that someday you'll have enough to live the kind of life that you want, because very quickly, trust me, you'll run out of it. Not to mention that with inflation year after year, the money that you have is worth less and less. So every single year, your buying power is decreasing unless you invest in assets, which most people don't. So how can you earn more money? If you ask most people, they'll tell you to work longer hours, to get better qualifications. And they're right, but only to some degree. Because while you can make more money by getting a better job, improving your qualifications, you're always going to hit a ceiling very quickly. So what's the solution? You need to find a way to dissociate the amount of time that you spend working every week, every month, with the amount of money that you can generate. Because I'll tell you this, the billionaires and the millionaires didn't work a billion hours a month. That is not possible. The reason why they're able to make so much more money than you and than the average person, it's because they have more leverage. I would have personally never been able to live this kind of life if I hadn't started my own online business. You've got to realize that nowadays, some people become multi-millionaires in less than 5 years, and all it took to start was a steady internet connection and a laptop. That's basically it. I mean, as we speak right now, some 15-year-olds, some 20-year-olds, I'm not even that much older in reality, they're making $100,000 a month every single month. Why? Because they started an online business. Some girls are even making $200k per month with their OnlyFans. I mean, come on, that is more than what doctors make in a year sometimes. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. If you want to start an online business today, you want to build the best kind of life possible, you truly want to be free, you want to make money while you sleep or even while you relax on a yacht with your family, you need to start today. And the reason why is because year after year, it's only getting more difficult, because more and more people realize the insane opportunity that social media and starting an online business represents. So more people get started, they flood the market, there is a lot of competition, and the level of quality that people expect within the market keeps rising year after year. So the later you wait to get started, the harder it's going to be. Now, if you'd like to figure out what is the best online business to start for you, I've recorded a free guide in which I analyze every popular online business model. Together we take a look at the pros, at the cons, and I'm also going to share with you for completely free the 3-step process that you can use to get your first customers as quickly as possible. It's the first link in the description below. Now that you know that building a business is the best opportunity to make money, you need to set a specific goal, and I highly suggest that you set the goal of getting to $10,000 per month, because a lot of people, they worry about becoming becoming a millionaire. They want to make millions, but you don't want to focus on making $1 million before you even make $10,000 per month, one step at a time. Now, if you truly want to become a high-value man, once you start to make some money, you've improved your health, your fitness, you need to take care of your environment. The truth is, you'll only ever be as successful as your environment allows you to be. Even if you have a crappy environment, you can actually get pretty far, you can become pretty successful, but brute forcing your way through life will only get you so far. I mean, I can tell you, it's a lot easier to stick to a healthy diet when your fridge is packed with good, with healthy, with nutritious food, as opposed to cheap, ready-to-eat meals from the grocery store, and your pantry is filled with candies and with chocolate bars. That is why, if you want to achieve a higher level in life, the best way to do it, the easiest way to do it in fact, it is to optimize your environment for success. And that is why when you start to make $10,000 per month, it makes sense to, let's say, leave your parents' home and to go live in a much better place, an environment optimized for entrepreneurs. It could be that you get an apartment in a building which has everything, a gym, a sauna, a networking space, a lounge, etc. And when you make $10,000 per month, you should honestly get a cleaner and a cook. It's gonna save you countless hours every single week that you won't have to spend worrying about how to clean your clothes, when you should do it, when you should do the laundry, or what you should eat, when you should cook. And in your business, you should delegate as much as you can. The tasks that only you can do, you'll need to do them. But everything that you can delegate or eliminate completely, do just that. It's gonna save you countless hours and free up a lot of your time that instead you can allocate to growing your business in better ways. Now, a part of your environment, and a crucial one at that, is your social circle, the people that you let in your life. That is why you always want to make an effort to meet new people, to be more social, because you never know what one seemingly banal conversation can lead to. For all you know, you could meet your next business partner, you could meet the love of your life because you were bold enough to go in to speak to someone. I can tell you for a fact, if I hadn't met certain people at key turning points in my life, I would not be making this video today, and the trajectory of my life would have been completely different. So if you follow these 5 steps, I have no doubt you too will be able to become a high value man.